Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of Hollywood Matrimony Live. Today, we're talking about the movie Moana 2.
We
Let's watch the trailer in case you forgot what's up with Moana.
You wanted to come this time. Little sis!
Fix it! You were gone forever.
It was 3 days.
Where are we going?
Before Maui stole Tifiti's heart, our ancestors wanted to connect our island to all the people of the entire ocean. It's my job as a wayfinder to finish what they started.
Moana, show our people just how far we'll go.
This is a call from the ancestors.
Hidden in a terrible storm, it's an ancient island. Setting foot on its sands would break the curse, bring our people together again.
I know what I have to do. Maui, I could really use your help.
Can I get a chee-hoo?
You will be destroyed, and your wayfinder too.
Now I kind of miss the lava monster. Ow! Ow!
What if you don't come back?
I'll be back. I promise.
Do I hear people?
Those aren't people. Cock'em. You guys, we got this. Bring it on, Coco. Nuts.
All right.
so for those who don't know, Moana 2 was originally going to be a long-form limited series on Disney Plus, then got retrofitted into a new film. I don't know how much planned. I don't know if the voice cast was going to still be the original people or not. I'm assuming it probably was going to be, especially with Johnson's very connected to Moana, even being Maui in the new live-action version they're shooting right now. But here we are. Did a second movie. I will tell you that I was not a huge fan of the first movie. I thought it looked outstanding. I so wanted to like it. I didn't hate it. I just was like, eh. Even revisiting it, I was like, eh. I was hoping that revisiting I'd love it more. I thought maybe it was expectation because I haven't watched it since it came out in 2016.
Yes.
And so I thought maybe revisiting it, I'll love it more this time. And I was still kind of eh. But I went into this one hoping that maybe this will be the one that catches me.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I loved it, but I'm a fan of Moana, the first one. I watched it, a week ago. The grandchild was here, and she's like, I want to watch Moana. I'm like, you got it. So we're singing the songs and dancing around and the whole bit, and then we get to the end, and I'm like, Moana did it. I'm into it, but I think, too, culturally, it really speaks to me.
Yeah.
As a brown person, and this is a whole island of culture. I mean, all the different island cultures are unique. They're their own. And as 1% island myself, my thing said I'm 98% Latino, which we knew, 1% Japanese and 1% for Solomon Islands. So as that 1% islander, it speaks to me. No, but I think it's really important because we see this Polynesian culture of hers and then all the different islands and stuff. Now we get into that in this Moana 2 to see what's out there beyond the reef. So I've just always really connected to it, and I thought it was such a cute movie. So I was super excited. I
love the culture aspects of these movies. I love any of these movies that whether it's an animated version, live action movie, I like when Marvel did it with Black Panther, and then turned in when they brought in Namor, then bring in the Mayan culture. I like when they infused. Blue Beetle did it similar too. I like when they infuse a cultural heaviness, and then you clearly can tell the filmmakers paid attention to details of the cultures. Even if it's a made up culture, you can tell that it's lent towards a certain thing. In this case, like the Hawaiian Island, Samoa, that kind of thing. I so wanted to love this movie. I did enjoy this movie more than I did the first one.
Okay.
And I don't hate either of them. I want to love them so much. I really do. And I don't know why I don't. I can't tell you what the disconnect is. I have no idea. Because I didn't not have fun with this movie. The cast is fine. I like the animation. I think this one had a lot more variety of characters. I like that Maui is limited.
Yes.
Because you don't see him for quite a while.
Right. This is Moana and Friends.
Yeah. Really. So, and you get Maui, you get enough of him that's necessary. They bring him in when it's important. Makes sense how long it takes for them to get here. So they're not just forcing him into your face.
Yeah.
Even though he's a fan favorite. They allowed them to showcase some of their other characters. I like that this one had more creatures and it leaned into mythology a little bit more too, so than the first one did. I think it was kind of a loose rehash of the story in the first one. It's not the same story; it's a completely different story, but still, everything's of the ocean or of the island or whatever, So it's always that same kind of vibe they're trying to get to, and so. But I like that they seemingly went bigger. Hey, buddy. They definitely seemingly went big. Sorry, my dog's down here just pushing his way through, which is weird for him.
Do you want to sit up here?
You okay, bud? But I didn't connect with any of the music this time around. Because the music kind of annoyed me in the first one, but I could also see how it gets catchy to certain people.
Yes.
And I can see how people start singing it,
Yes, I'm always like, oh.
And did you notice the Rock didn't really sing much this time around?
He did. It was more talking, whatever.
And so it was kind of I don't know. This time around, I couldn't even tell you one of the songs from this movie. I couldn't tell you the song from the first movie, but I if you sang it, I would know it. If you sang it from this movie, I'd probably not know it.
At the edge of the water.
I know it because you said water. Yeah.
That's the one that the granddaughter was singing, and she's like, I was singing. I was like, oh, I know. Good job.
We'll find out. We'll find out because she's supposed to see the new one today. So
yeah, she was super excited to see the new one.
I honestly, I told somebody else this too, another reviewer friend of mine, that because he loved it, and I was like, dude, I want to love this movie so bad, and I don't know why I don't. I don't know where the disconnect is. I couldn't tell you anything I hated about it, but I just left it just kind of like,
I enjoyed it. I got into it.
And I want to see Moana 3 because I want to love this movie at some point.
Is there a Moana 3?
I don't know.
If we go back to the idea of a series on Disney, I would be watching Moana every day.
It's a beautiful movie.
I like too that we have a princess, I guess, that's not your typical looking princess. She has the look and the feel of the islands and the vibe and the clothing and everything. And
these people need to get shoes, though. Nobody's wearing any shoes.
You don't need shoes. Nobody. You would.
I don't wear. I know. I don't wear shoes. I never wear shoes.
So I only wear flip flops. So even in the middle of winter, I'm like flip flops.
I'm barefooted.
So I
can't connect on that point.
I don't know. I loved it.
I think it's a beautiful movie. It's bright. It's vibrant. Even at the darkness of it. Is bright.
And then there's some scary things in this.
Yeah, they use some neon stuff that's kind of cool, and like some of the, like I said earlier, some of the creatures and the vibe of that's cool. But then the movie was over, I was just like, okay, I saw that, and I don't know why. It bothers me more. I would much rather love it or hate it than have this feeling in the middle of okay, it's fine.
We're gonna have to watch it again.
That because that's literally how.
Let's go right now. We'll go right now and watch it again.
I don't want to watch it again.
And we saw it with a full crowded theater, a bunch of kids, but they were all kind of paying attention. It got quiet once.
I may watch it when it comes on. I'm not going to go to the theater and pay to see it again.
I would.
But
that's how much I like it.
It annoys me. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Movies happen like that where you're just like, it's a movie.
Yeah, and that's okay. That happens everywhere. What I do like about this, like you said, Maui isn't there as much. We have Moana and a whole cast of characters that go on this adventure with her. We do. I
feel like I'm the grumpy old guy with their crew.
You are.
That's like he's like about everything.
There's too much water.
Yeah,
like it's the ocean, and he's like, I don't swim.
But I do swim.
I know, but he was that.
But I will say, The movie did fantastically well. I guess here for it's opening weekend because it opened on Wednesday. Technically, it was number one. It beat Wicked, but they said this is basically back-to-back smash hits for Disney.
Oh wow!
After last year was pretty dismal because most of the movies weren't hitting as much.
Yeah.
A lot of the Marvel movies and stuff that came out just didn't make the money they used to.
Yes.
But this one they've had Inside Out 2, Deadpool, Wolverine, and Moana 2 have all been massive hits. So this one said had a 135.5 million Thanksgiving. It set a record for Thanksgiving, making 135.5 million and 221 million over 5 days of the holiday weekend.
Wow.
Which is really good.
Everybody was there. When we went, everyone was there with their kids and their families. It was a big deal.
And not only is that good for them, but it's also good for a movie that was supposed to be a miniseries.
Yeah.
You know, that made a movie.
I think it's great.
It basically said it did so well, but Wicked was still able to make a lot of money. You know, it made another 80 million. It's almost like they said the final gross is probably going to be close to 500 million on Wicked. You know, so which this movie I just did not like, but I love that it's successful because there's so many
there's
fans.
people that love it.
You know, and I talked about this when we talked about Wicked, and I don't know why people can't be like this. Like, you can dislike something, but be happy for the people that like it.
Yeah. Because there is an audience for that, and there are so
I knew
many
when that
people
movie
that are
came
in
out.
love with it.
Yes,
they've seen it multiple times. They bought all the stuff at Target. They bought the soundtrack. Yeah. Like, people are talking about it still.
I've cracked jokes at friends about it. You know, that this movie is horribly boring, but it makes me happy to see somebody that loves something as much as I may love something else, and that it's successful because that means they're going to get that next part, and whatever happens. You know, so. Anyway,
that's okay.
Moana 2 is not a bad movie. She loved it.
I loved it.
It did well for Disney.
Is it better than the first one?
I liked it better than the first one, but I'm not the good gauge.
It's different. It's a grander adventure than the first one. Was really about her finding her way and her getting the acceptance of her family and her tribe.
And it's really the Moana Maui show.
Yes. But it's you know, and
this one's a full-on
it's Moana and friends.
Yeah.
And it's an actual big adventure.
And I will say I did like that they evolved her a little bit. She's more mature.
Yeah.
She kind of has a.
She is a leader within the tribe now. She's.
They a lot of time they miss that mark on some of these animated sequels where they just bring the same character back, kind of the same thing. That they may be smarter or they're a hero now or something, but they have the same flaws. This one, she had different things to deal with. We will say that the little girl that's her sister.
So cute.
Was cute and insanely.
She's like big sister.
Just like our granddaughter with her mannerisms, her
so cute.
Her facial features, even her voice at times.
Yeah.
We were like, I leaned over and was like, doesn't that look like our grandkid? Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah.
The Polynesian version of our grandchild.
Who's very white.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So cute. I hope she really enjoys it.
Moana 2 is in theaters now, doing really well. If you like the first one, check it out. If you didn't like the first one, give it a chance. This might be the one that sucks you in.
All right. Tell us about the giveaways on our website.
We got a few giveaways. We got some new ones added. As usual, we still got some copies of the Terminator and North by Northwest on the 4Ks. We got Blazing Saddles on 4K as well as Interstellar on 4K to give away. And we've got copies of The Watchmen Chapter 2 on 4K as well as digital copies of Conclave.
There you go. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.